You haven't had your period in months, maybe years, and you're thinking, I'm fine, I'm strong, I feel good, I work out, I eat clean, so does it even really matter that I don't have my period? What if I told you the longer you wait, the worse it gets? I got this question from one of you guys, maybe you're watching, hi tomorrow, shout out to you, about long-term effects of hypothalamic amenorrhea or HA, and if you've had it for a long time and you're just starting to get into recovery, can you actually recover? Is it even possible for people with long-term hypothalamic amenorrhea to get it back? And short answer, yes, but I'm going to dig a little bit deeper, unpeel the layers of the onion in just a minute. Now, it is true, the longer you wait, the more damage you're doing to your bones, your heart, and your metabolic health, and not to mention your fertility. So if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Haley. I'm a women's health and fitness coach. I have had an extensive past with hypothalamic amenorrhea, so if you don't have a period right now, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I help active women recover their cycles without quitting exercise and without going all in. I'm not a big believer of all or nothing thinking, which is the reason why I take a slow approach with my clients, and I've helped dozens of clients get their periods back without quitting exercise, feeling in control with food, and also healing their mindset towards food and their disordered thinking patterns and their disordered behaviors. And today we're going to break down the 5 more dangerous consequences of waiting to get your period back, aka the long-term effects of hypothalamic amenorrhea, why you don't want to wait, and what you can do today to help kickstart yourself into getting it back. I'm not telling you this to scare you, I'm telling you this to empower you, because if you have that little twang in your stomach right now telling you that you know what you need to do, like you know what you need to do, but you're just not doing it, and you're like, I'm eating more, I'm exercising less, but I still don't have my period. That is the cognitive dissonance, which means you have 2 different beliefs battling each other, so you can't live in alignment with what you really want, which is period recovery, right? You know what you should do to be a healthy woman, but you're still restricting, you're still over exercising, and you know what you aren't doing to get your period back. So this video might be uncomfortable for you, but I think it's necessary. So let's get into it. What is HA? What is hypothalamic amenorrhea? You probably already know this if you have it because you're one of those search bunnies and you know everything and anything about it already. So HA is when you lose your period due to functional suppression of your hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, HPA axis, HPO. It's most commonly caused by low energy intake, overexercising, and stress, or a combination of the 3. Mental stress is also a factor, but usually physical stress of overexercising and undereating is a huge stressor on your body that you might not recognize. But it's a deathly combo. And it's super common for female athletes. Even if you're not an athlete, but you exercise a lot, you can be considered an athlete. Dancers, gymnasts, chronic dieters, bodybuilding, and just high achieving women who like to thrive on control. And something that you might not realize, the absence of your period is not actually the problem. It's the symptom to the deeper metabolic and hormonal dysfunction. So when your body doesn't feel safe, it shuts down unnecessary processes in your body, aka like your reproductive system. It's also why your digestion is shit. It's also why your brain is not working the best. You have brain fog. It's also why your skin, your hair, your nails aren't in the best shape right now, because those systems are being downregulated to conserve energy that you're not giving your body. And the 5 most detrimental long-term effects of HA are osteoporosis. Estrogen plays a huge role in your bone density, and when it's downregulated, you can lose bone mass pretty rapidly. Studies have shown up to 2 to 3% of bone mass is lost with each year of having HA. So you can do the math with that. Unfortunately, a lot of it is in your spine and your hips. And unfortunately, a lot of women who wait to get their cycles back in their 20s and 30s can have bones that replicate people in post-menopause, which is pretty bad. For the love of safety of your bones and stress fractures, please get your period back. Number 2 is infertility and poor reproductive health. A lot of you guys might be thinking of starting a family, or you're not at that point yet, but you will be at that point at some point in life. This is very important. HA shuts down ovulation. So no egg, no baby, no reproduction. And if you want to have kids later on, HA can impact your egg quality and reproductive hormone balance, which can impact your ability to get and stay pregnant later. So if you're a woman without a cycle and your doctor has said, just do IVF. IVF is a very stressful thing on your body. If you've ever gone through it, I have not personally, but I do know that it is a very stressful thing. You also know that if you've gone through it, that's something that you don't want to go through. And the better option here is to get your period back naturally, because that is something that you can control. Number 3 is cardiovascular risks. Very common phenomenon that I see is women with HA having high LDL cholesterol. And that's not to do with your clean eating habits. It's nothing to do with the fat intake. It's got to do with your low estrogen. And these changes can lead to heart disease later on, even if you're young. And it is one of the least talked about risks of HA, but it's a very possible risk if you don't want to recover. Number 4 is mental health. So depression, anxiety, constantly overthinking your food choices, obsessive food thoughts, and really rigid behaviors are so common. On top of that, low estrogen and chronic undereating can impact your dopamine and serotonin pathways. And let's not forget the emotional toll that all of this has on your personal life, your relationships, and just feeling like you're stuck in a body that you can't trust. Number 5 is metabolic downregulation and hormonal chaos. Your thyroid slows down, cold hands, cold feet, fatigue, hair loss. Your leptin, ghrelin, and insulin levels also become dysregulated. Your leptin and ghrelin are your hunger and fullness hormone cues, and insulin balances your blood sugar. You can actually develop insulin resistance even if you are too lean. It doesn't discriminate. And your body also adapts to this, so it learns to run on less. It's not to say that that's reversible, because you are very adaptable as a human being. So if your body can adapt to the low intake, it can also adapt to a higher intake, which it should be. So all of this to say, you shouldn't wait to recover your cycle. This is a huge health red flag. Waving it. It's waving. The red flag is waving in the wind, ladies. Listen to it. Because the longer you wait, the longer your body will be in this chronic underfed survival mode, which in the long run, the more damage you can do. And I think it's a very common misconception that fertility is just a switch we can switch back on whenever we want, but it is a part of your health. And if you don't take care of it now, you might be paying for it later. On top of that, bone loss isn't easily reversible. You can reverse some of it. However, not all of it is reversible. So the more you ignore these signs, the more you ignore your body, your fatigue, the harder it will be to let go of that identity. And at some point, you're going to have to let go of that. So why not start now? And that's not to say you have to overhaul your life overnight. Like, take baby steps. That's what I do with my clients. And you heard me mention before, I am not a fan of the all-in, just because it's one end of the pendulum to the next. So we take very baby steps, so it's easily digestible, pun intended, for you to continue on taking those steps in recovery and eventually get your period back. It doesn't matter how fast you go, it just matters that we're making steps forward. And that'll bring me into 4 first steps you can take right now that will help you get on the right path to getting your cycle back. Number 1, increase your energy availability. This is a non-negotiable. And I don't mean just like eat another little thing, like just eat a little bit more. I mean, you have to consistently increase your macros. You don't have to go from 0 to 2,500 calories, but your intention should be to work your way up to that level. Even if you're a short queen, because I am 5'3", and you can do that through prioritizing energy-dense foods, swap the 0% for whole fat, get rid of the PB Fit, have actual nut butter, fatty meats, fish, salmon, and avocado. Number 2, reduce your exercise volume and intensity. So the HIIT stuff can just take a little bit of a break for now. You don't have to get rid of strength training. I do strength training with my clients, so we are gaining some muscle mass along this process, but you do want to make sure like you have adequate rest time in between your lifts, and you're also taking your rest days seriously. I know I don't mean getting 20,000 steps on your rest days as active recovery. I mean, take a freaking rest day. And just know this isn't a forever thing. Like, this is just a period of time where you're going to have to take a little bit of a step back. I have successfully recovered. I have gone into half marathons, grand fondos, which is the bike races. I've had and maintained a healthy period throughout everything. So this isn't forever. It's just a period of time. 3, get honest about your stress levels. Are you a perfectionist? Are you a people pleaser? Are you chronically busy? The physical stress of undereating and overexercising is only one part of it. The mental stress and the mental gymnastics that you take yourself through on a day-to-day basis also impact your fertility. So start implementing nervous system support through journaling, yoga, deep breathing, meditation are just some of my favorites. 4, track your biofeedback, not your weight. Metrics like better sleep, digestion, your libido, mood, CM, basal body temperature are all really great biomarkers to track that have absolutely nothing to do with weight or your body. And number 5, get some support. Obviously, application will be in the description box below, but you can always message me on Instagram if you're curious about coaching or want more information on it. It doesn't even have to be me. It doesn't even have to be a coach. Get a therapist, a nutritionist, someone who specializes in HA specifically, because there really is nothing like someone who understands you to the core. All of this to say, your period is a vital sign and you really should not ignore this massive red flag that it's waving in your face. It's so pivotal for your overall health, your longevity, your fertility, your well-being, and this process doesn't have to be so shitty. Like, you can actually enjoy it, enjoy growth, enjoy learning to trust yourself again, enjoy learning to communicate with your body again, and developing body literacy. And that's it for today, folks. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit the subscribe, like button, comment any future videos you want to see from me. And in the meantime, I will catch you in the next one.